Welcome to the Chris Hanna Show, where business, as usual, gets a swift kick in the ass. If you're tired of the same old advice and ready to disrupt the status quo, you're in the right place. I'm cutting through the noise with bold strategies, unfiltered truths, and a no-nonsense approach to entrepreneurship, video marketing, and content creation. Buckle up, because it's time to level up, stand out, and dominate your market. This isn't just another podcast, it's a wake-up call for entrepreneurs and would-be aspiring solopreneurs who are all in. Let's get started. What's up, everybody? It's Chris Hanna. Today's episode is really for those people who have been avoiding video in their business like it's getting a root canal. You know who you are. You know, the second someone says you should be on camera, you get that feeling in your chest. You overthink how you sound, how you look, what people will think. Before you know it, another fucking month goes by and you still haven't posted a thing. So today's episode is really that wake-up call. If you hate video, that's exactly why you need to be doing it. Not because I said so, although I'd love if you listen to me, but because it's the fastest, most powerful, most scalable way to grow your brand, generate leads in today's market. So hopefully this episode is going to punch fear right in the throat. And ultimately, at the end of the day, let's go. Right? Like, if I take you back in time a little bit, you know, the first time I hit record on a camera, I'm not going to lie, I was probably awkward as all hell. I was over-scripted, I was stiff posture, I had a weird tone. It took me hours to get through a 60-second video. And after all that, I didn't even post it. Why? Because I hated the way I looked. I didn't like the way it sounded. I thought, who the fuck is going to want to hear my advice? You know, it's the classic imposter syndrome where perfectionism ultimately meets fear. And let's be honest, like, I know many of you listening to this probably felt the same way. You record a video, you rewatch it, you cringe, you delete it. You tell yourself, I'll try again later, which means probably never. But here's what I've learned after working with countless business owners, many of whom also hated video and were scared. The people who fear video the most are usually the ones who benefit from it the most. And you might be asking why? How can I say that statement? Because the fear isn't about video. It's really just about being seen. And when you push through that shit and you show up on camera, that's when everything changes. I find that people recording videos, especially to the level that I do with them, their confidence starts to grow. They build better authority. Their audience starts to connect and understand more of what they do faster. And then it makes it easier to convert those leads. I think video, at the end of the day, excuse my language, forces you to step the fuck up. And I think that's why it works. Like, hating video is actually a signal. And I want to unpack it a little bit because your resistance is a red flag that you need to get past. I think if you're not doing video, you're playing small. You're hiding behind graphics, stock photos, generic captions. It's because you're afraid of judgment. Or even worse, you're actually not doing anything on social media. You're maybe afraid to say the wrong thing. You're afraid to not look professional enough. You're afraid to honestly fuck up. But let me ask you this. Are you more afraid of posting a shaky video or staying stuck, invisible, and maybe broke for another year? Because the cost of being silent is way bigger than a little awkwardness that might show up on camera. I think it means ultimately that you're focused more on yourself and not your audience if you're also avoiding video. Now, that sentence might sting a little bit and you might be offended and maybe some of you have already hung up and stopped listening to this. But if you're too scared to show up on video, it's probably because you're thinking, what will people say? Do I look stupid? Do I sound awkward? But here's the reality. It's not about you. It's about the person who needs to hear what you have to say. You're over here worrying about angles while someone else is out there looking for help and skipping your business because you never showed up. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. And every day that you don't post a video is a missed opportunity. Every day you put off doing video is a day your competitor might be showing up. And while you're doubting, they're building authority. And while you're hiding, they're getting leads. I want to be really blunt here. The people who are winning right now aren't the smartest or the most talented, they're just the most visible. Video makes you visible, whether you're ready or not. So again, I know a lot of people are scared. I know a lot of people are fearful of video. I want to talk a little bit of how you can get past that fear and ultimately get yourself on camera. Because I think the sooner we break through fear and turn that into action, the sooner you're going to be able to take it to the next level. So I want to help you move past the I hate video excuse and actually start doing it. Number one, I think this is what you got to do. You got to ditch the script. Speak from the gut. The more you try to memorize, the more you try to be perfect, the worse it gets. I see this all the time with people. Instead, just pick one point. Talk like you would to a friend over coffee. 60, 90 seconds. That's all you need. Real is better than perfect every single time. 2, record practice videos. Let's say 10. And maybe you delete them all. Maybe that's a warm-up exercise for you. You don't have to post them. Just practice. Practice talking to the camera, because that's awkward for some. Practice watching yourself back. Practice seeing how you sound. Yeah, you might cringe at first. That's normal. But trust me, as you do more of them, it gets easier and easier. 3rd, get someone to coach you while recording. One of the reasons people thrive when they work with me is because, honestly, they're not alone doing it. They're not self-recording. I guide them. I prompt them. I keep them relaxed. Honestly, I try and have a lot of fun. So you need someone behind the camera who actually gives a shit and knows how to pull the message out of you. And I think that's when the fear fades. I hear this all the time from people who have worked with other, let's call them videographers or agencies. They'll work with somebody who just points a camera at them and lets them talk. And then they're frustrated with the results. They're frustrated because it doesn't really connect. So this is where I came in with the idea of, I'm a business owner. I know what other business owners need to also hear. So after learning about the business that I'm helping or the client I'm helping, I'm able to ask the right questions because then I can genuinely be curious. And those prompts and that coaching throughout the session makes for a better experience than just having anybody hold a camera in front of you. Number 4, post it before you can talk yourself out of it. Don't sit on it. Don't overanalyze it. Don't send it to friends for feedback. Hit post, walk away, let it breathe. The more you do that, the easier it will become. Momentum is the cure to all your ailments when it comes to the fear of posting video. Now, again, I said, if you're still scared of video, that's good because you know it means one thing, that it matters. If you're ready to get out of your own way, look, I have a system that's really going to help people just like you at All In Content. Like, I coach business owners through these batch sessions where you record months of content in a few hours. There's zero guesswork, there's zero pressure, there's zero cringe. At the end of the day, the reason I've compressed my sessions that I do with business owners into 4-hour blocks, which I find to be the sweet spot, is that they can then literally have to do it if they want 4 times a year. Not all the time. They just need to come in for 4 hours, really bring their all, and then they're done for the next quarter. That's the sweet spot. That's where there's pure magic. They don't have to worry about it again. They're not stressed about it. The other layer that I add to it is not only do I guide them through it, not only do I make them look good, but I'm making it easy. How easy? I also can post the content for them across their channels. So they, again, don't have to worry about it. They come in with me for 4 hours. I take care of the recording, the editing, the captioning, the thumbnails, and scheduling the content so they don't have to do anything. It is videos on easy mode 100% all around. Again, if this is something that maybe appeals to you, you can go to allincontent.ca. You can book a session. And again, as you know, if you're a chamber member in the Windsor-Essex region, you also get some money off. There's no reason to hide from video. Let's just honestly go. So my closing thoughts are this, is that fear isn't really a stop sign. It's an arrow. It's pointing you to the thing that you're meant to do, but maybe you just haven't done it yet. If you hate video, that's not a reason to avoid it. That's the reason to learn how to lean in. Because on the other side of discomfort and pain is visibility, is authority, is freedom. So ultimately, at the end of the day, hit that record button, look fear in the face, and just do it. Again, I'm Chris Hanna. This is the Chris Hanna Show. If you know someone who's hiding behind Canva posts, excuses, or maybe just not doing anything at all, send this episode to them. And remember, being afraid is normal. But letting fear run your business, that's an option that you don't want to explore. All right, I'll see you in the next one. All right, that's a wrap for today's dose of reality on the Chris Hanna Show. If you're fired up and ready to kick some serious ass, then I've done my job. But remember, knowledge without action is just wasted breath. So what are you going to do? Sit around and let opportunities pass you by? Or are you going to step up and take what's yours? The choice is yours, but don't expect sympathy if you choose the easy road. If you've got value from today's episode, smash that subscribe button, leave a review, or share it with somebody who needs a wake-up call. Don't keep this gold to yourself unless you're afraid of a little competition. Stay bold, stay hungry, and remember, always go all in. Until next time, this is Hanna signing off. Now go out there and take what's yours.